This is the Masterbuilt Gravity Series 1050 digital charcoal grill and smoker, and I've been cooking on it for 8 months straight through weeknights, weekends, and a couple holidays. I bought it because I wanted real charcoal flavor with the kind of temperature control I was used to on a pellet cooker. From my experience, it really can deliver that mix of flavor and convenience. But you have to be honest about the trade-offs. It's powerful, it's versatile, and it can also be needy if you don't maintain it. Key features that actually matter in daily use are the GravityFed charcoal hopper and the DigitalFan. The hopper is a tall chute you load with briquettes or lump. Gravity feeds the fire so you don't keep lifting lids to refuel. The fan is a small blower that pushes air into the firebox based on the temp you set on the controller, which is how it holds steady heat. It sounds simple, and when everything's working, it feels like cheating. I can set 250 degrees Fahrenheit and watch it lock in within around 10 minutes. Cranking to sear temps happens quick too. I've hit 700 degrees in about 15 minutes, which is wild for a charcoal rig. The 1050 number is the total cooking area, and it's a lot. I've run 3 pork butts on the main grate and chickens up top with room to spare. The reversible cast iron grates do make a difference. The sear side leaves solid grill marks, and the other side lets smoke flow a bit better for low and slow. Assembly was a workout. It's heavy, and 2 people makes it much easier. The cart is beefy enough for the weight, but I had to take my time squaring panels so doors would seal. Out of the box, nothing was broken, but some edges and panels felt thinner than I expected for a unit this big. I added a high-temp gasket around the cookbox lid after the first month to improve the seal and even out temps. The side shelf with hooks and the folding front shelf are genuinely useful. I prep rubs, trim, and stage pans right on them. Cooking results have been excellent for me, especially with beef. Brisket bark has been consistently dark and crunchy without burning, and the smoke ring is legit. Ribs come out with that charcoal and wood taste I missed on pellets. I toss a couple of fist-sized wood chunks into the hopper every few inches as I load charcoal, and that gives me steady smoke without babysitting. For searing, steak nights are fun because I can swing from smoking to screaming hot. I'll reverse sear ribeyes at 250 degrees until they hit the mid-120s internal, then ramp straight to 650 to 700 degrees Fahrenheit and finish in a minute or 2 per side. Pizza on a steel at 600 degrees also works, though you have to keep an eye on the underside. Temperature control has been good for me. I usually see a swing of plus or minus 10 degrees Fahrenheit once it settles. On long cooks, wind can push it around if I don't block the breeze. Fuel life depends on the weather and charcoal type. The claim is up to 8 hours per load, but I typically get around 6 hours at 250 degrees Fahrenheit with briquettes. In colder, windy conditions, I need to top off around the 5-hour mark. Lump burns hotter and cleaner, but goes a bit faster for me, so I use briquettes for overnight cooks. I rarely need to add mid-cook unless I'm running high temps for a long time. The app control is a mixed bag. Pairing was easy, and I like seeing pit temp and probe temps on my phone. Bluetooth range is fine on my patio, and Wi-Fi works when my router is close. I do get occasional disconnects, and sometimes the app lags when changing set temps. It's not enough to ruin a cook, but I've learned to set it on the panel and just monitor from the app when it's being fussy. Now, the part most folks don't talk about enough: cleaning and safety. In my opinion, you can't treat this like a gas grill. The design can trap grease at the bottom manifold and in the corners if you let buildup sit. I had one scary flare-up early on after a run of chicken thighs and burgers and then going straight to high heat with no deep clean. Flames licked up and I killed the cook. Since then, I've been strict. I empty the ash bin after every use, scrape the manifold and cook box before any high-temp cook, and keep the grease tray clear. I also do a short burn-off at 350-400 degree GravityFed to dry things out after greasy cooks. With that routine, I haven't had another grease fire. It's not glamorous, but it matters on this unit. Build quality is where I've had my biggest concerns. The body is painted steel, and even covered. I noticed a couple tiny rust spots around fasteners by month 5. I sanded, touched up with high-temp paint, and keep it coated with oil. The control panel's plastic faceplate hasn't melted on me, but it does get warm. One hopper door switch failed at month 7, which shut the fan down because the grill thought a door was open. Support sent a replacement under warranty, and swapping it took me about 15 minutes. I've seen people bypass switches. I'd rather replace them and keep the safety features active. The fan itself has been fine so far. I did add a simple aftermarket drip shield to help keep grease away from the manifold, and it's helped. Heat distribution is solid but not identical edge to edge. The back left runs a touch hotter at high temps for me. Rotating food fixes that, and for big cooks I use the upper racks to balance load. I get best results when I preheat longer for high heat cooks and give the cast iron extra time to saturate. It's perfect for someone who wants real charcoal flavor with push-button temperature control and doesn't mind a regular cleaning routine. From my experience, this makes better tasting food than my pellet setup did, especially on beef and chicken skin, and it gives me the freedom to set temps and get steady results while I handle sides. If you want totally hands-off, almost zero maintenance cooking, this may frustrate you. If you're okay doing your part, cleaning, a bit of tinkering, and keeping a cover on it, you'll enjoy it. In my opinion, the value is in the flavor and versatility. Smoking at 225 degrees in the morning and then blasting steaks at dinner on the same machine is satisfying. The large capacity is great for hosting. The trade-off is that you need to respect grease management and be prepared to replace a small part here and there. I wish the steel was thicker and the electronics housing tougher, and I wish the app was more reliable. But the food keeps me coming back. I'd recommend this for folks who already know they prefer charcoal over pellets or gas and want digital control without managing vents and chimneys. It also suits anyone who likes to experiment with different charcoal types and wood chunks. If you live in a humid climate, plan on a cover, touch-up paint, and a routine. If you prefer set it and forget it with almost no cleanup, a pellet grill may fit you better. In conclusion, I've cooked some of my best brisket, ribs, and steaks on this Masterbuilt 1050. It hits temps fast, holds steady, and brings that charcoal and wood character that I was chasing. It asks for regular maintenance and a little patience with the tech. For me, the food is worth the effort, and after 8 months, I know exactly how to run it safely and reliably. You can view detailed information about the Masterbuilt Gravity Series 1050 Digital Charcoal Grill and Smoker in the comments section. Thank you for watching.